plot about Jesus is pretty obvious. Often in Old Testament stories, it's a bit obscure. You have to look at it sideways, like those 3D pictures. Look at it sideways, squint a bit, and you say, flip, that's about Jesus. Jesus is the manna who came down from heaven. He's the bread of life. And you read about Moses leading the Israelites out of Egypt. And then you squint and look sideways, you think, Jesus is the greater Moses. Pick a story in the Old Testament. Jesus is the greater Passover lamb. He's the greater Joseph, a bronze serpent lifted up, that any who looks at this bronze serpent will be healed. Jesus is the greater bronze serpent. The Old Testament is someone's coming. The new is in the old concealed. The old is in the new revealed. Hundreds of pages in the Old Testament pointing to Jesus. He's the greater David. He's the greater Moses. He's the greater Jonah. He's the greater temple. And this crescendo builds and builds right to the beginning of the New Testament. And then he's here. Behold the Lamb of God who takes away the sin of the world.